Do you remember the day when you decided to purchase your very first espresso machine? Was it difficult? Well, mine was an easy one. I remember it was back in November 2018 when I decided to try and explore the world of espresso. Why I said it was easy? Because I stumbled into a DeLonghi. I have no idea about espresso machine before, and I actually didn't do any research before, but it was so affordable and it was so worth to take the risk from the price point. You probably agree with me if you have one. It comes in a small footprint, small watt, thermoblock technology, and it was just good enough for me to begin my espresso journey. So I took it home, and that was the time when I decided to begin this YouTube channel. You can check in my early first video on how to froth with my DeLonghi. But as time goes by, I felt like there was something lacking. The quality of the espresso wasn't exactly as I expected. Or wasn't exactly what I see in most YouTube channel. And obviously my grinder as well, the DeLonghi grinder, it just can't grind fine enough. So I decided to do an upgrade. Are you thinking the same? Do you feel like you want to upgrade your current machine to a more substantial one, a heavier machine? If you do, then please stick around. I got some options for you to choose from. I'm so glad that you decided to upgrade. I know how frustrating it is at some point. It consumes a lot of your times in the morning and probably the whole day. But you decided to go on, and instead you decided to upgrade, and that is wonderful. Now, based on my personal experience, and as you know, I've been doing a lot of reviews about Lilith machines. So I truly advise you to upgrade into an Italian machine. Whatever, there are so many out there: Bezzera, ECM, Profitec, Rocket, including Lilith, you name it. There are so many out there, and most of them comes in 3 different type of machine, or 3 lines. First is a single boiler machine, and the second one is a heat exchanger machine, and the third one is a dual boiler machine. Now let's go dive into each of these machines, and I will give you my opinion whether you should upgrade into that category or you should instead go into a higher spec. Now let's talk about single boiler machine. In Lilith, you can find most 50s lines machines like Anna, Anita, Glenda, and in the VIP lines you will find Victoria and Grace and Kate. These are the machines that having only one single boiler inside. So in a single boiler machine, we have to change temperature settings from coffee brewing to steaming mode one at a time. That means we can't brew coffee and steam milk at the very same time. Now the question is, should you upgrade from your current machine? Let's say you have a thermoblock machine. If you drink black, if you're a black drinker person, The answer is yes. Because you definitely get a much more stable temperature, more consistent water temperature out from a boiler, and you will get a much better quality and consistent in every shot. That is for sure. However, if you drink milk as well, you like latte art, then you gotta have to press that steam button. Then you gotta have to wait for a while. Well, in this machine, it only takes you less than 2 minutes. And then you gotta have to steam, and after that you have to deactivate the steam mode and go back to your coffee mode again. Now in this process, I think there is not much change in your current machine, your thermoblock machine. It is definitely not a game changer for you because the workflow is almost the same. But again, as I said, if you only drink black, then you don't need that steam mode, then it's great, man. It's perfect. You're a very lucky man. You don't need a lot more expensive machine to satisfy your craving for good coffee. And this single boiler is more than enough. If you are interested with this machine, I put the link in the description below, or maybe you can click up here and you can see how I brew and how I unbox the machine like Anna and Grace. You can find out more from there. Second type of machine is a heat exchanger machine. In Lilith, you can find it Lilith Marax or Marax. Now, heat exchanger machine actually only have one boiler as well inside the machine. However, it is a much bigger. It's in this case, it's 1.8 liter stainless steel boiler. You can find more details in my videos above here. I can put the links or in the description as well of my unboxing and how I use it. Heat exchanger basically trying to mimic a dual boiler. So you can brew and you can steam milk at the same time, although practically you only have one boiler. So what makes it so interesting is because you have a heat exchanger. It's some kind of a pipe, a small tube that goes inside your big boiler. Now let me explain a little bit. As your big boiler is mainly to give you plenty of steam power. So it is set at a constant temperature about 120 to 125 degrees. And this heat exchanger will then have fresh water coming through the heat exchanger, passing through the main boiler, and what happened, that fresh water will convert it into a hot water as we desired around 90 to 95 degrees, which is just perfect for your coffee brewing. More details about Marax technology you can also find everywhere around Home Barista forum, anywhere really. They discuss about how this heat exchanger is kind of special from other kind of heat exchanger because it has double temperature probe, which kind of able to juggle and to reduce the risk of overheating that normally experienced in most heat exchanger with E61 group head. This machine, of course, it has a better build, stainless steel boiler, a bigger boiler, so it also comes in a higher price. Now the question is, should you upgrade to this heat exchanger machine? Well, yes, if you are from a thermoblock machine, a very basic machine, then this will be a game changer. I'm telling you once again, a game changer, because it will definitely gives you a much pleasant workflow, as it gives you a more holistic experience in your morning ritual. You can definitely invite your friends and families over the weekend. You can serve them much faster, can produce a much more coffee in a shorter time. Finally, what we have here is a dual boiler machine. In this category, each machine has two boilers, two dedicated boilers for its own purpose. Normally, the smaller one is to brew coffee, and the other bigger one is to produce plenty of steam. Now, I know this category, the machines are normally quite expensive. You can find in Lelit, they are Lelit Bianca, Profitec Pro 700, ECM Synchronica, Rocket R58, and many others. Now I want to talk especially about Lelit Bianca, which comes in stainless steel boiler. It has LCC, but for some of us it's quite expensive. You agree with me? Although if you compare them as apple to apple, like Lelit Bianca and the other competitors like Rocket R58, Profitec Pro 700, ECM Synchronica, Lelit Bianca is actually at a more affordable dual boiler with a pressure adjustment and walnut accent. Well, not only that, Lelit has gone all the way into a more affordable dual boiler, which is right here. I've been using it every day for the past 2.5 years. It is Lelit Elizabeth. Yes, it is so affordable. The only thing that difference is it has a copper boiler and a vibration pump. Now, if you can live with that, then this is just your heaven. This does not compromise at all in your coffee brewing experience, because it will just produce the best and the most consistent temperature that you can get. And the steam pressure, you get tons of steam pressure on and on and on again. I have proven it. I'm able to make lots of big pitcher up to 500 ml of milk, and it just steam like a monster. My personal opinion is definitely yes, yes, yes. I mean, if you have the budget, why not? Remember, when I say budget means that you gotta be wiser with your budget, because remember, you also will need to upgrade your grinder. If you are interested with Lelit dual boiler machine like Lelit Bianca and Lelit Elizabeth, I also have plenty of videos about them. My unboxing and reviews, you can check in the above here. I'll give you the link, and also in the video description. If you have all the money in the world, then you should get a dual boiler machine like Lelit Bianca. Simply because it's an end game for most home barista. You get a dual boiler made of stainless steel with pressure adjustment, pre-infusion, low flow, temperature offset. What else can you ask for? Now, you don't have any more time of thinking of getting a better machine, of whether you want to upgrade or not. You are now totally focused on your recipe creation. You want to focus exactly on how to make the best coffee on the planet, and it will definitely make your coffee outstanding compared to the others. And for sure, any guest, any friends, families come and visit you, they will always be amazed by your coffee. If you are in the mid-range and your budget is limited because you're thinking of upgrading your grinder as well, so there are a cheaper dual boiler like Lelit Elizabeth, or you can choose for a stainless steel heat exchanger boiler like Lelit Marax. A lot of you guys having dilemma between these two because their price is not much of a difference. If you would like to know more, you can also watch my comparison video about the two. I will indicate them as well in the description below. And as I mentioned, if you from a thermoblock machine that requires you to switch from coffee mode to steam mode and so on, well, in Marax there is no need to do that. You can brew coffee and steam milk at the same time, and it's definitely a game changer for you. Now, last but not least is the single boiler machine. As I mentioned before, it is a good upgrade. You get a much better consistent temperature. In the result, you get a much better coffee from shot to shot. And on top of that, you get a much stronger steam pressure. Trust me, watch my video. You're able to make that vortex and that silky and paint-like milk ready for you to practice your latte art the whole day. However, this may not be a total game changer for you. You probably want to upgrade again anytime soon because you still have to switch from coffee to steam mode and coffee again and to steam mode again and to coffee mode again. And if you are serving 2 or 3 people, you will feel tired and you're gonna want to upgrade anytime soon. Nonetheless, if you are a big fan of black and you don't drink milk, you only drink Americano or long black or espresso, and you have very limited budget, then this single boiler is perfect for you. You get the best coffee you can get with a consistent temperature, and you don't need to use the steam a lot, so you don't need to switch and you don't have to waste time. And there are, if there are 2 or 3 people in your home drinking black only, and that's great. Now the steam feature is still there and it's gonna serve your guests, but they only come once in a blue moon, am I right? Once in a month, or probably every weekend, and that's it. From Monday to Friday, you're doing all the coffee for yourself and it's just black. So you will not feel the urge to upgrade anytime soon. Now I want to hand over to you guys. Have you done any upgrade lately? Into what machine and why? Tell us a bit of your experience so everyone can benefit. Stefan is here from Ace Home Barista. It's been a great pleasure. Ciao.